Welcome. Today I'm going to do IXL 8th grade section, or 8th grade tab, section V, lesson 16, add and subtract linear expressions. So all we need to do is make sure we're adding like terms. 3R and 3R is 6R. So we get 6R, and 4R. They're all like terms. So that's a total of 10R. 6A plus 4A is 10A. And then I got a plus 4. The like terms are 8 and 6, so we have a 4z that isn't a like term, and then we have a plus 8 and 6 is 14. Now we have some parentheses. Don't let them confuse you as I look through that. Everything's positive, so a 5u plus a 3u is 8u, and then a 2 plus a 6 is 8, because I can just ignore the parentheses because it's addition. Again, same thing, we have addition, so I'm just going to add the R to the 9R, and that gives us 10R, and the 6 to the 9, that gives us a plus 15. Here, they want us to distribute, which we've done in a previous lesson. 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times h is a plus 3h. Here again, we're just adding. I like it when it's addition because we can just ignore the parentheses. 8g plus 6g is 14g, plus 7 plus 5 is 12. Now here we got to be a little careful because when we minus both of these terms. We minus the 2f and the negative and the positive 1. So 7f minus 2f is 5f. And now we got to be careful here. We have a positive 6 minus this 1 that's in parentheses. So 6 minus 1 is 5. And it's a positive because it's it's plus 5 because it's positive. Again, with addition, we're not so worried about that. We just remove the parentheses. 9g plus 6g is 15g. 8 plus 3 is 11. Here, 4t plus 10t is 14t. I always like to do the variables first, and then the 7 minus 7 actually cancels, and you're just left with the 14t. Again, we only have one term with a j, that's the 6j. And then we have a 4 plus a 2 minus a 2. Well, the 2's cancel, so we're just left with the plus 4. Here we have s plus 4s minus s. So that means I like to just think of this s and this s cancel, leaving the 4s. And then there's the 10, that's a lone term by itself. Okay, I only see one term with an h, that's the first term, so I got a minus 9h. And then I combine all these. So I have a -1, a -3, a -9, and a -9. Everything is negative, so don't let the pluses confuse you. We're adding 9 or minusing 3. All of them are negative. So that's going to be -18, -19, 20, 21, 22. It's going to be a minus 22. Here, I only see two terms with q's. So I'm going to add the -3q to the -10q, get a -13q. And then I'm going to add the 10, the 3, and the 4. That's going to be 17. And it's a positive, so plus 17. Ooh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I didn't add right. 3 and 10 is 13, not 12. Okay, I always take the time to figure out what my mistake was. I put a -12. Correct answer was -13. -3 and -10 is -13. I either hit the wrong button. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch to see. Here we have to do some parentheses, distributing. So I have 10 times 6 is 60, and 10 times 7j is 70j. So I have a 10j plus a 70j. That's going to be 80j. And then I have the plus 60. They had you do a little distributing before you added like terms. Here we have a minus sign, so watch the minus sign. 6m minus the 4m is 2m, and 5 minus a positive 2, or minus 2, is 3. So it's a plus 3. Again, I like the plus. X plus x is 2x. 3 plus 9 is a positive, or plus 12. 2n minus n will be a single n. 5 minus the 3 is 2, so a positive, or plus 2. Here we got to do a little distributing. 5 times the negative 4 will be negative 20. 5 times the negative 8 will be negative 40. This doesn't have a t, so there's only the one term with a t. After I times it by 5, it's a negative 40t. And then I have the negative 20 plus 8. So be careful here. Negative 20 plus 8 would be a negative 12 or minus 12. Okay, I see a term here with an x and a term here with an x, but this term I have to times by negative 2 first. Negative 2 times negative 9 is 18. 18 plus a negative, or 18 minus 4, would be 14x. Then I have this negative 2 times the negative 7 is 14. 14 plus 6 is positive or plus 20. Here we have a bunch of terms with m. We have 8 plus 10 more is 18, plus 6 more is 24, minus 2 is 22m. And then we have that single lone term of plus 2. Here we have a negative 4q plus a negative 8q. That's a negative 12q. We have a plus 1 plus a negative 4, or 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Here we have 3 terms with an a, 2a plus 9a minus 9a. Well, those 9a's cancel, so I get a 2a. And then I have a 6 plus a 5. That's a positive or plus 11. Here we have a negative 2u plus a negative 7u. That's a negative 9u. Here we have an 8 plus a 1. That's a plus or positive 9. Here we have a 4q minus 3q. That leaves us a single 1q. And then we have a minus 7 minus a minus. Again, watch your minuses. Minus a minus means I'm adding 2 to negative 7. So we get a negative 5 or minus 5. Now they're throwing in some decimals. No problem. We have, it looks like only one term with a y. So we got a negative 4.9y. And then I have 3 terms that do not. And now I'm going to do the 2 negatives together. That's going to be a 14. Looks like a 15.3 that's negative. 15.3 that's negative is going to make it a negative 6.2. And again, if you want to use a calculator, you're more than welcome to use a calculator. I have 3 terms with k. So, and they're all, 2 are positive, 1's negative. I like to add the positives first. 7.3 and 1.3 is 8.6. 8.6 minus 2.6 is just going to be 6k. So we get a 6k, and then there's only that single 1 left, positive 1. Negative 6g minus 9 more g's is going to be a negative 15g. And a positive 6 minus 3 is going to be a positive or plus 3. And some more decimals. I only see 2 terms with an r, the 4r and the 8.9r. If I add those 2 together, I get 12.9r, 12.9r. Then I have the 3 terms without. I'm going to add the 2 negatives together. That's going to give me a negative 16.2. And then a negative 16.2 minus the 7.6. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. All 3 of those are negative. Negative 16. So I'm just going to add them all together. So negative 16.2 and a negative 16.2 is going to be a 0.8. 16. Negative 23.8. So minus 23.8. Let's see if I did that correctly in my head. Again, please use a calculator if it helps. Negative 7z plus a positive 7z, they just cancel. 9 plus 8 is 17. Ooh, we got some decimals here. I'm going to actually use my calculator here. So I'm going to realize I have 2 terms with the q, but I need to multiply in the 8.3 first. So that 8.3 times the 7.3, so I'm just using a calculator, okay? So I got 8.3 times 7.3 equals, so that 8.3 times 7.3 gives me a 60.59q, and then I'm going to add that to 9.1, add that to 9.1q, gives me a total of 69.69q. 69.69Q. And then I know that I'm going to get a positive when I multiply the 8.3 times the 6.8. That's those first two multiplied together, gives me 56.44. So by all means, you may use a calculator. Negative 3W minus 6W is going to be a negative 9W. And 1 minus 9 will be a minus 8. Hopefully that shows you how quickly you can get through this, and have a good day.